Blaine County Sheriff's Department. This is Deputy Beardface. How may I help you?
Is this the tip hotline for the Wyatt investigation?
Yes, sir, it is. How can I help you?
I don't want to give up my name, but I work at the local dealership. They used to be Larry's.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Out there on 68?
Yes, senor. I might have some information that might be important to your investigation.
Oh, absolutely. What kind of information, sir?
Well, I think about a week ago, I had about 5 gentlemen come into the dealership looking at cars. I think they mentioned their names were Wilmer and Little Bill.
Okay.
I think the other man was, not sure, husky guy with shirtless, wearing a cowboy hat.
Alrighty. And what were they doing?
They were basically looking at the cars, and then they started arguing with 3 other gentlemen about who killed Wyatt.
Okay, and they actually said that?
Yes, senor. They were basically saying that some guy named Dan Morgan stunned him when he was on the floor, and that I think that he said that Little Bill was on some ledge and stunned Wyatt.
Okay, sir. I do respect your need for privacy, and I will do everything in my power, but I would really like to speak to you in person about this, if that's possible. I can meet you at the dealership.
That's no problema, senor. I'll be here most of the day.
Alrighty. Give me about 5 minutes and I'll be over there.
Oh, senor.
All right, thank you. Are you the gentleman I talked to on the hotline?
Si, senor.
All right. Well, it's very nice to meet you. I can understand your need for privacy, and I will do everything that I can to make sure that happens. What's your name?
The name is Juan Santos, from Juan's RV y Mas.
Okay, Juan's RV y Mas. That's right. You've got all the nice custom cars out here.
Yeah, different inventory kind of every week.
Yeah. I see a lot of nice things rolling off this lot. Congratulations on your new business.
Gracias, senor.
Okay, Juan, can you tell me exactly, first of all, when did this happen?
About 9 days ago. I can't remember exactly. I know it was about 9 days ago, almost a week ago.
Okay, about 9 days ago. About what time of day?
I say maybe midday. I remember it clearly because they came in with one of the gentlemen came with a white pickup truck that was missing a hood and doors.
Okay.
The other one came in a red pickup truck 4-door that basically had 2 blown tires and looked like it was in a bad wreck.
Alrighty.
And the 3 other gentlemen that came in I guess you could say in a race car, a NASCAR race car.
Okay. All right. So who was in the red truck that had no doors?
The red truck, I think it was 2 guys that came out. They basically looked like twins. One was wearing a cowboy hat. I'm not sure which one was Wilmer and which one was little. Oh Lord, I forgot his name now.
You said on the hotline, Bill?
Yeah, Little Bill. Sorry about that.
Gotcha, no problem there. And then who came out of the other vehicle?
The white one was the fat guy wearing jeans, no short, and a cowboy hat, and a guy named Caden that I usually seen around here going crazy, driving the cops crazy.
Gotcha. Okay. And so what did the the group of people up here, what were they doing? Were they looking to purchase a vehicle?
Well, at that time, I had a special going on that you trade in your vehicle for any vehicle on the lot because I have a friend that basically takes the parts out of cars and puts, sells them to the military.
Okay, all right. So they were looking for parts.
Well, they came into the lot, I know the guy in the white truck traded it in for a Dodge 76 Dodge Charger. The ones in the race car, they came in and took, I think it was a RX-8, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
As for Wilmer and Little Bill, they just left in their own vehicles. They went to repair it and they left.
Okay, all right. And you said on the phone that they were arguing while they were out here.
Yeah, they were arguing with the three gentlemen, I guess, because Caden kept on saying that Bryce killed Wyatt, and Wilmer was saying no, that Dan Morgan did, and I guess they kept on going back and forth, and he kind of slipped up and said that Little Bill was behind Wyatt on top of something large. That's all I understood.
All right, all right. So specifically out of the gentleman you call Wilmer, he was the one with the cowboy hat. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, Wilmer was with the cowboy hat, wearing suspenders. Little Bill was wearing a plaid red shirt, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. How'd you get these gentlemen's names?
Oh, they basically were saying it out loud. They were really going at it really loud.
Okay, all right. So the one in the cowboy hat, who did he accuse of killing Wyatt?
He was saying that Dan Morgan shot Wyatt with a taser while he was on the ground, and then he said that Little Bill was on top of the ledge with Wyatt before he fell.
Okay. Did any of them, any other person accuse any other person out here?
That's pretty much all I heard. Well, they said that Bryce didn't kill Wyatt, that it was Dan Morgan, and they just went back and forth.
Okay, so it was going back and forth between Dan Morgan and Lil Bill was on top of something tall with Wyatt.
Yeah, well, they said that it was Dan Morgan that supposedly killed Wyatt, and Bryce had nothing to do with it.
Okay, have you ever met these people before?
Wilmer, I've seen him at the Yellow Jack and sometimes at the Burger Shot. As for Little Bill, I'm sure that was probably the first time I met him. The other guy, the husky guy with the cowboy hat and the jeans, I've seen him around a couple of times.
Okay, all right. You said there was also another group out here that drove up in a race car?
Yeah, they were wearing the American flag, looked like Abraham Lincoln wearing the American flag. There was another guy with him. I'm not too sure what. He was dressed with a red shirt that had a designer, but I'm not too sure. I didn't get a good look at him.
All right, all right. Were they saying anything or involved with this other group?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they probably were driving all together because, like I said, the red pickup looked like it came out of a real bad accident, and it had both right side tires blown.
Okay. All right, Juan. Hold on 1 second for me, okay?
No problem, amigo.
I'm gonna get you to sign a statement, okay, as of what you heard that day.
All right, no problem, amigo.
It was a good thing that I had a couple of friends at LSPD. They gave me a call to tip me off that Bill Burns was down in the city, hanging around the Bahama Mamas, which was owned by Bryce. My friends in the LSPD told me that they would hold Bill up long enough for me to get into the city to question him. I've been looking forward to questioning Bill. Bill is the emotional one. Bill is not a good liar. And Bill would give me everything that I wanted. At least that was my hope.
Yeah, you were on one.
Hey, Deputy Beardface.
Isn't it almost
Hey.
dinner time?
I'm not doing too bad. How you doing, gentlemen?
Hey, good, man, good. Sorry,
Good.
being rather wet. Good.
Yeah, the weather's been horrible here lately.
I got a
Hey,
pumpkin.
well, here's the two brothers here. If you want to speak with them.
Yeah, actually,
would you
I'd like
me
to,
to step aside?
No, Bryce, you're fine.
actually, yeah, Mr. Burns, if you have a moment, I'd like to speak with you about a couple of things. We can walk over, you know, a little bit out of earshot here.
Oh no, am I getting arrested again?
He did get
No,
arrested.
I just need to talk to you about a couple of
Well, I
things.
had a
No,
warrant.
there
They
was a
just missed it.
clerical. There was a clerical
I might have another
order, so he's
warrant.
gonna have some ice cream, I think. And
Okay,
Oh,
where are we
good.
walking?
All right, Miss Burns, let's walk right down this way.
Okay, I hope it's not another warrant. Okay.
All right, so, first of all, in your understanding, how did Mr. Thompson pass away?
Well, it's tough. It's a tough story actually, because we were all out at the boat, and we were playing a game called Taser Tag, and you know, there was a couple people tased, and you know, everybody was kind of doing fine. And you know, everybody was getting back up and all. Well, turns out Wyatt, you know, he couldn't be tased. He was kind of out of his mind already for some reason. And he couldn't, you know, he's struggling with some sort of amnesia or something.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, I don't quite know what happened, but he just fell over. And you know, Brass tried to save him, my sister-in-law Brass, and we were all huddled around, and he died.
I see. So you guys were playing taser tag. Where were y'all playing taser tag at?
It was a big ship over by the shipyard, you know, the loading docks.
I see. Postal 40? Was that it?
Yeah, around there.
Okay. And why were you guys playing taser tag?
Well, it was kind of like a competition, like a competition show. Well, my you know, my dad owns a network, or at least I don't know what the current state of it is. I think they went bankrupt again or something, but called CNT. We thought it'd be a good competition reality show, and everything was running smoothly until then.
Okay, so it was a competition reality show.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. So in this show, exactly what were the rules?
Well, it was, you know, there were a couple taggers, myself, my brother Wilmer, a few others, and we had to run around and find the contestants on the ship, and then they ran from us, and if they were tagged, they were out, and then the last person standing won.
I see. Okay, all right. And I take it, since this was going to be a television show, things were being taped?
Yeah, I mean, we had to tape up a lot of things. It was an old ship, so we used the tape to go over some of the cracks on the ship and things like that.
Oh, no, Mr. Burns. I'm talking about, like, video camera, like footage, taping, things like that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I don't know if I think we were doing a trial run. So I don't know if we were taping it or not. I don't think we were. Maybe somebody with their phone, if anything, but I can't remember any cameras.
Okay, you don't remember anybody running around with a camera?
Not really. I mean, it's all kind of a blur. That day was very scary.
Gotcha. Who was out there with you?
Oh, it was me, my brother, my dad, Larry Berry, let's see, Brass, White, Chuck. I think that's about it. A couple contestants. I don't know their names.
Was there a Dan Morgan out there?
Was Dan there? I can't remember. Maybe. You know, Dan comes and goes, and he comes and flows. So he might have been there, but I can't quite remember. I don't know.
Gotcha. Okay, so what was the role of, say, let's go down the list here. What was Larry's job out there?
Larry was kind of helping coordinate everything.
I gotcha. What was your role?
I was just there, kind of acting a participant, and then I actually became one of the taserers.
All right. What was Wilmer doing?
He was trying to coordinate everything too. I think he was the one that had the idea, or it was a shared idea or something like that. And he was also a taserer.
All right. What was Bryce doing?
She was just overseeing everything mostly. She kind of was just watching and doing her brassly duties, where she just kind of watches on and tells us what we're doing wrong.
Gotcha. What about Chuck? What was Chuck's role out there?
Chuck is just Chuck. He kind of just runs around and does what he wants. I don't know if I think he might have had a taser. I can't remember. He's just running around the ship, really causing this Chuck chaos.
So, right up to the point where Mr. Thompson passed away, exactly in what you can remember, what happened? What were the details leading up to that?
Well, I remember Wyatt was having some sort of amnesia or something happening where he wasn't in his right mind. And so we were just trying to guide him around and explain to him who he was over and over. And then I really can't quite remember. I remember him running around the ship as well. And, I can't quite remember what happened leading up to where he ended up falling. He just kind of fell over or something, and then he died.
Okay, fallen. So, did he just fall like in a standing position, or he fall off something, or what do you mean by fall?
Can't remember. I think he might have fallen down some stairs or something. Maybe he fell, and then I just remember everybody gasping, and then he was gone.
How many stairs would you think he fell down? Like how high?
Well, the stairs were probably about 8 or so stairs per staircase. And he maybe was up 1 or so maybe about 8 stairs.
Gotcha. And do you know the reason he fell over?
No, but again, he wasn't in his right mind. Something was going on with him, so it could have been like, his cart could have attacked itself. I don't know.
I gotcha. Okay. So once Mr. Thompson fell over, what happened after that?
Well, then everybody gathered around and tried to, what did they say, resuscitate him. And to no cause. We ran him to the hospital, and then, he wasn't able to be saved.
All right. So by running Mr. Thompson to the hospital, what do you mean by that?
I think we put him in a car.
Okay. Did you drive him over, or did somebody else?
No, it wasn't me. I think it was it Wilmer? Or maybe Dad? I really can't remember who took him to the hospital. I just remember going there.
Okay. All right. So you went to the hospital after the fact?
Well, yeah, I remember I was in a following vehicle. Like, I was following to the hospital. But I can't remember who was in the lead vehicle with him driving and all.
Okay. Once you guys got to the hospital, what happened then?
I think we just dropped him off, and then maybe, I don't know if anybody stayed. I know we all had to get back to the scene and make sure everything was fine there. There was a lot of people, and we knew Wyatt was in good hands, and there wasn't really much we could do. They were taking him back there.
How did you find out about Wyatt passing away?
Well, I was informed through my family members that they'd gotten a call from the hospital and that he was dead.
Okay, so it was through your family members that you found out?
Yeah.
Okay, who called you?
Actually, no, I remember now. I think it might have even been a social media post and then a call.
A social media post and then a call?
Yeah,
what social media do you remember?
I don't, but I'm vaguely remembering something saying like Wyatt Thompson dead at this certain age or whatever.
Okay, do you remember who sent out that post?
Oh, I don't know. It was some news company, or maybe it was just on Laugh Invader. I can't remember.
I got you. Okay. So after you had found out, what happened then?
Well, after I found out, we all mourned and cried and were very sad about things.
I see. Okay. Did you guys have like a funeral, a wake, a memorial, anything like that?
Well, we each had our
Did have a roof.
our own types of grieving.
Yeah.
We
it's-
never had
well,
any
it's- you know,
big
'cause
time
it's
thing,
an
but we all
older
got
model.
together and grieved together.
I got you. Do you know who the funeral company was? The funeral parlor that dealt with Mr. Thompson's body?
No, I don't. Actually, I'm not too sure.
So do you know if he was
handled that.
cremated or if he was buried?
No, I don't. And
Do you need
actually, it
medical
kind of hurts
attention?
me to think about what may have happened.
I understand, Mr. Burns. Like I said, I'm very sorry to keep bringing this up.
No, it's okay. It's just also hard to try to remember because, well, we just miss him so much, and he was such a good cousin, and you know, just just want to go
I
be with my
understand.
family.
I understand. This won't take very much longer. I only have a couple more questions. Did anybody from Mr. Wyatt's family? My understanding is that Mr. Wyatt was adopted, correct?
Yes.
Did anybody from Mr. Wyatt's family or estate or anything like that reach out to y'all?
Not to me directly. Maybe to Wilmer. I've been out on vacation recently. You know, all this stuff has gotten to my head, and I've just needed to escape.
I understand very much. So once again, you never knew what exactly happened to Wyatt after he passed away in the hospital, or you were
No.
notified that he passed away.
Yeah, no, I'm not too sure what they did with the body.
Okay, and you've never seen the body. There was no memorial service. There was no wake, no viewing, nothing like that. No cremation.
No, nothing.
No
nothing,
ashes.
Nothing very major. No, not that I can recall.
I didn't need to ask any more questions. We talked for a few more minutes, but Bill gave me everything that I needed to get my warrants. I left Bahama Mamas, called the state prosecutor, and immediately went to Mission Row Police Department. The prosecutor got a hold of the judge, and after presenting all of my evidence, there was no problems in getting warrants for Wilmer Figel Berry, Bryce Woods, Bill Burns Berry, Chuck Livingston, Larry Berry, and Dan Morgan. I proceeded to drive back to the county. We were going to go ahead and serve these warrants. The Berry family has nowhere to hide now. I've already called all the deputies. Already started setting up the sting operation. We're going to try to pick them all off, all at the same time, and surprise them. But if I have to get them one by one, by God, I'll get them one by one. The boys in the county called me. They had Dan Morgan stopped. Perfect timing, just as I was getting back into Sandy Shores. Hi again there, Dan.
How you
today?
doing, sir?
Not too bad. Dan, I have a warrant right here for the arrest for yourself for the destruction and altering of physical evidence under the statute 91813. At this point, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be provided for you. You will go ahead and just place your hands behind your back and follow the directions of 529.
Hey, 529.
Yeah,
Hey, Cinnamon said hi.
I don't know who you're talking about. All Alright. Alright, you got anything on you, little poke me, stick me, hurt me?
Nope. Already told you I ain't got nothing. Boy, 5 deputies. I mean, my goodness.
You got anything in the vehicle that we should know about?
Nope.
No? Okay.
At this time, Mr. Morgan, you're going to be taken over to the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. You will be booked in on this warrant, and then you and I are going to have a little bit of a chat, sir.
Sounds good. I'm eager to have it.
Very good. Nice to see that you're cooperating with us.
So, can I ask what this is about?
We will get to that point here in just a second, Mr. Morgan. All right, first of all, I'm going to have you stand right here for me. All right, go ahead and turn around for me. Face that camera that's right up there. Perfect. All right, and then go ahead and turn to your right. Very good. And then go ahead and turn to your left. And very good. Okay, thank you very much. All right, I'm going to have you proceed right through that door that's right there in front of you.
I know 5 of them.
All right, Mr. Morgan, if you'll step over here. What is your full name, sir?
Dan Loser Morgan.
Dan Edward Morgan.
All right, Mr.
Or
Morgan.
no. Dan Ron Morgan. My apologies. It's been a day.
Okay, Dan Ron Morgan.
Shut up.
Dan, what is your date of birth?
5/25/81.
And your home address?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm kind of nervous. I've never been arrested. Well, I have been arrested. I guess I'm lying.
Yeah, here it shows you might have a slight issue with alcohol, sir.
Ha, loser.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
He's probably drunk now.
Shut up! No, I'm not. Oh, it's 598 Vinewood Drive.
Idiot.
You're an idiot, Caden.
All right, very good, sir. All right, how tall are you, Dan?
5'8",
How much you weigh?
160.
Are you right-handed or left-handed predominantly?
I'm right-handed.
Do you have any visual impairments? Are you nearsighted, farsighted, anything like that?
I'm nearsighted.
Okay. Yeah, have you ever had any issues with any kind of illegal substances, drugs, anything like that that we need to know about?
No,
Yeah, he hits the
All right.
bong.
I'm not like Caden.
All right, Mr. Morgan. Mr. Morgan, if you'll step to the door, please.
Oh my god.
All right, please step out of the door. All right.
What?
Mr. Morgan, follow me, please.
See you, loser.
All right, we're going to go into this room. You know what this room is.
Oh,
crap.
yeah.
All right, go ahead and have a seat over there on the other side. All right, Mr. Morgan, you know what this warrant's all about?
No,
You've been charged with destroying or altering physical evidence in relation to the disappearance of Wyatt Thompson.
What? What are you talking about?
Sir, during our investigation, it's come to light that several factors that we discussed the other day were not, in fact, true. Do you care to comment on that, Mr. Morgan?
Like what parts?
First of all, let's just start from the top. You were with your family and friends at the cargo ship, correct? At Postal
Yeah, I
40?
told you that.
Were you, and let me see. You in fact said that you were exploring the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. Was this just a family outing?
There was other people there.
All right. And who else was there?
I don't know. I don't know most of them. I know, like, the usual. The family was there.
I got you.
Wyatt
Okay.
was there.
Right. What would you say the nature of your exploring was? Was this just a get together with friends and family?
It was a get together, and they were doing something. We were bored.
All right, Mr. Morgan. What I do have a problem with is I'm wondering why you failed to mention to me that this was actually a recording for a TV show or a contest sponsored by C&T. Do you care to comment on that?
Yeah, it was their guys. It was Larry and Wilmer's idea.
So why did you fail to mention that this might have been a corporate sponsored event?
I mean, I didn't think it was relevant. We were just out there at the boat.
Well, I mean, let's be honest there, Mr. Morgan. It's that changes the whole scenario of what was going on out there. Instead of just being a family and friend outing, exploring a boat,
I mean, technically it was. They're just, like they were having fun. They had like contestants.
Contestants, okay. Were you at the time an employee of C&T?
Yes, sir.
And was this in fact a job that you were being paid for?
It was one among many.
Okay, one of many. So, what was your position during this production out there?
I was man. I was carrying around a camera.
All right, so you were the cameraman out there.
Yeah, but it was just like B-roll stuff, nothing real, interesting.
Okay, I understand. Did you happen to catch the accident Mr. Wyatt had, as you put it, on film?
Oh man. Like I was kind of behind somebody, so I mean, I got bits and parts of the taser thing. Like the contest itself.
All right, Mr. Morgan. Look, I'm gonna level with you. We got a missing guy out there. Somebody that you loved, that I loved, the whole community loved. I mean, Wyatt was one hell of a guy, right?
Yeah, but what's it got to do with a boat?
Here's the deal. Wyatt disappeared after your all's accident out there. Now, I'm not exactly sure what went down. I don't know if you know exactly what went down, but I do know this. Wyatt doesn't deserve this kind of memory. He doesn't deserve this kind of fate or anything else. If he's out there laying there somewhere dead, then we need to bring him home for his family. We need to bring him home to respect his memory. All of us playing around, us trying to play mental chess with each other, this isn't working out. This isn't doing Wyatt or giving Wyatt the respect that he deserves. And I don't see you as some kind of hardened criminal, Dan.
No.
I see you as a good guy, and you're just caught up in a bad situation. I just really want you to help me to find Wyatt, to respect his memory, and to bring him home wherever he's at. Whether it's that's up to you.
I don't know where he is.
I understand that, but the way you can help me is just to be 100% truthful. What is going on and what went on out there?
All right. So we went down there. There was an event Larry and Wilmer put together called C&T Survivor.
Okay.
And we were just goofing around and everybody's having fun. And, that's all we were doing. And they were going to win a car. And they were having fun. They were tasing the contestants and it was going great. And then all of a sudden, we saw Wyatt up at the top. And he was, he wasn't Wyatt. He was out of it. He had amnesia. And we went up there and, is still part of taser tag. And he was on the railing and he got tased off. It wasn't on purpose. It was an accident.
Okay. I can understand that might have been a dangerous situation. Dan, who tased him off?
And it was Wilmer.
Wilmer tased him off. Okay. What were you doing when Wilmer tased him off?
I was recording it.
Okay. What happened to the footage, Dan?
I don't have it anymore. Somebody else took it.
Who took the footage?
I gave it to Wilmer.
Do you know what Wilmer did with the footage?
No, I didn't ask either.
Okay. All right. What happened afterwards, after Wyatt fell, after he was tased?
I ran down the stairs and I started getting him first aid, but he started breathing again, but after that they put him in the truck and they took him away and I haven't seen him since.
All right. Have you met up with Wilmer and everybody else involved in this? Have y'all talked about this situation?
We've discussed it, but we just kind of keep it hush hush.
Okay. All right. Who all's involved in your all's conversations about Wyatt?
It's just the usual, the family.
So Wilmer, Bryce, Larry.
Yep.
What about Mr. Livingston? He was out there. Was he involved in this?
I can't recall.
All right. Do you know what he was doing? What his job was out there?
He's just being Chuck.
Just kind of an agent of chaos, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. All right, Dan. Well, I appreciate it. I thank you. I really appreciate that you're doing the right thing here.
Yep. I don't know how they're going to take it, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Morgan. County Transport's going to be coming for you at a certain time. You understand?
Okay,
it's
sounds
probably,
good.
Probably going to take a little minute, so just make yourself comfortable. You two get along, okay?
All right. I'm Caden.
All right.
Whatever, loser.
All righty. I hope this time serves you well there, Mr. Chatterton.
Yeah, I'll be back out.
All right.
Looking like a creamsicle.
But listen, you're arrested too, butthole. Would you do?
502-197-188, 529 other units.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
285, go ahead.
Units, can you meet me over at the boathouse parking lot?
Okay.
10-7, that would require breaking surveillance on 2 subjects. You want me to break?
Tip 4, where are those 2 subjects at?
I have Bryce and Wilmer Vigil Berry over here at the Yellow Jack.
Tip 4, I'll fill you in on radio here in a minute.
10-4, if you just want to pull me to BC when you're ready.
Tip.
Prisoner Transport's on board helping us up when we do the bust.
All right, well, looks like we're only going to have 2 suspects. 2 of them apparently are not in town right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was just inside the Yellow Jack. Bryce and Wilmer are there, as well as a few other patrons. Margie Gardner is there.
Yeah.
Jerry, their son, is there, and I believe David is there as well.
David, isn't that
All right.
Diego?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You did you get the impression there's any weapons or anything?
Yeah, I was just talking to prison transport. They'll be on standby for us when we need them.
All right, I really wanted to get the whole group tonight, but it looks like we're not going to have everybody in town, so we're just going to get what we can.
Yeah.
Dan Morgan gave up the whole story in the middle of the interrogation. He did provide me with the statement that Wilmer did fire a taser shot, knocking Wyatt off of the top of the tower on the boat. Wyatt fell approximately 50 feet, at which point they did try to render aid. They did try to call somebody. The medic didn't show up, so they did pick the body up. They took it to the hospital. But from that, Mr. Wyatt has disappeared. They did destroy the video evidence, according to Dan Morgan.
Okay.
They have been caught lying to us and everything else, so the warrants are good. The warrants do stand. So at this point, so it sounds like the bar is packed. So we want to try to keep everybody in there, get our 2 suspects out.
Okay, yeah.
I imagine the press is going to be all over the place.
There goes the news reporter.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's going to be a bit of a madhouse, but we want to try to serve those warrants on Bryce and Wilmer. We want to make sure that the other family members don't get too involved. You said that there was the mother-in-law, Margie, was there, and the son, Jerry?
Yes.
All right. Did they have any of their other friends there? Because I know they have friends that hang out.
I just saw David in there, as well as 3 other patrons that I couldn't ID.
Okay. All right. Still no sight of a Mr. Livingston?
No.
No.
All right. Well, that might actually be a good thing, because that's chaos incarnate, as we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much a wild card when it comes to detaining him.
Right.
You never know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
I like that reporter sitting over there watching us.
Well, you know as well as I do, they all have police scanners. They've picked up on this. So like I said, it's probably going to be a madhouse over there at the Yellow Jack the minute we spring this bust.
Oh, yeah.
When we get over there, I'm thinking that, the Yellow Jack's got a tight entrance. I don't know how packed it's going to be inside. Definitely all should try to make entry, but I don't know exactly how we're going to control the patrons inside.
Well, we have one posted at the door outside, essentially preventing them to leave once we enter.
All right, yeah, I do think that based on the amount of people that might be over there, 5 should go in, and 1 should block the door.
Okay.
So I believe it'll be all 4 of us here. We'll have 197 go in with us. We'll have 373 block the door, make sure we have nobody trying to escape. 197 still has surveillance on the bar. When we feel like the time is right, I'll let 197 call it. We'll all make our approaches and get into that parking lot. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
We want to have 2 roll up to the front door and then 2 block that entrance.
That sounds good. Until then, I think we need to be off on maybe somebody at the recycling center, maybe somebody kind of around the airport area, just somebody down the road on 68, just get kind of surrounding the place so that we all can converge at the same time.
Yeah, I'll sit at the airfield.
I'll go down Route 68 and I'll go from Joshua to Route 68.
All right.
I'll sit at the little recycle center there across the street.
All right, I'm gonna go over to the parking area there, kind of in the Sonora Desert off of hell, the name escapes me right off the bat, but that road.
Catclaw.
Catclaw, yeah,
like
yeah.
No, not Catclaw. Catclaw's all the way.
You guys know which one I'm talking about.
Coachella or Smoke Tree Road? Coachella's the parking lot here.
Smoke Tree.
Smoke Tree.
Smoke
Smoke
Tree.
Tree is the road.
I'm gonna go off of
that's
Smoke
fine.
Tree and just kind of hang out in those parking spots by that big rock.
Alrighty.
Yep.
All right, I'll call 197, let him know, and
yeah, call him on the phone.
Yeah, and I'll call 373 as well.
Okay.
Yep.
All righty, gentlemen.
Alrighty.
So I'm just confirming because I'm keeping a list here. We're looking for Wilmer, Bryce, and Chuck, right?
Yeah, those three, Wilmer, Bryce, and Chuck. Once we go, let's go ahead and get PT involved as well. Have them staged and ready. Like I said, we're going to try to get in the bar. If Chuck is on scene, we all know he's going to be the agent of chaos.
Yeah, he's not on scene at the moment. I believe 529 was inside the bar. He confirmed two of our targets.
Here's the deal, though. I just got intel that Chuck is in town.
Yeah. So we for the media, we should make a code word so the media don't know what we're talking about. So when we move, if they're not watching, they don't get in the way. Because I just don't want to go on the radio and say go go go.
Right.
Are you still with them in the parking lot?
No, we are all in our stakeout spots at this point.
All right. If you want to call around, if you want to call around, what should we say?
Actually, just say beer run. I think beer run works better.
Oh yeah, beer run. I'll put it in, and I'll just be like, anyone down for a beer run? And then we'll move.
All right, that'll work. That will work.
All right.
All right.
If you want to pass it around,
I'll
tell 188 if you want to tell the others.
That'll work. I'll give everybody else a call.
All right, thanks.
All right.
902 accident scene's been cleaned up. 68's back open. We're all clear.
Fivem from 197.
Go ahead.
Are we all informed of the situation?
Tip forward break. Well, 188. You know the situation?
Yeah, 10-4.
Tip forward break. 901, 902, direct 50.
Good.
We are at this point when we go. We will need a transport.
Hey, no problem, boss. You call, we'll haul. We're ready.
Tip.
County 197 to all units. Anyone feel like a beer run? Seven to all units executing search warrant, Yellow Jack.
Back.
Why the f are you? Okay, I'm so confused. My car is over there, up. It's that R30, that GTR over there. It's up, man. I don't know what's happening. I'm security over here. I don't know why you guys are putting me in your car. What the man? Search me. You gotta have a reason why you're here.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a shotgun real quick.
Shit? This is stupid. No.
Alright, on you.
All right. 373 got front door.
10-4.
All right, boys, let's go.